All right, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Step away and get a little breather. Finish up my lunch. Glad to make it back here. Brad and James would definitely honestly be a great match to watch. We've both been playing real strong pool this weekend. Our dominant tournament director is in the middle of starting the match over there, so just got me for a little while. Hope you don't mind too much. Apologies, I was trying to see if I could camera down just a hair to give you a little more look at this side of the table, but I think we got a pretty good view. Ran into the seven there. I feel like he was probably trying to go around it. Left it a little bit tough. I think we might see a safe coming here. It's got a few good places to go with it. Depending on how he feels about his speed, whether he wants to try to keep it close and use the 10 or go ahead and spread it out. Bottom rail into the end, yeah. I feel like that's the right way, though. Even if you don't get dead safe, at least you're creating a separation. I think James may have a look at the right edge of the ball. It's definitely going to be a tough one to do much with if you don't have a lot of that ball. Corner pocket's big. Trey Frank just missed a 6-9 combination with Josh on the 6 ball. He's got a fairly open table. He didn't get quite as far out as he wanted on the 7, but I feel like he can still just ease it over to that far rail and be able to juice his 8 ball a little bit and get on the 9 okay. James may have himself just a little bit too on the stream table for that 7 ball. Can't see how much of the 8's in the way. He looks like he likes it. I looked at it twice, but he looks like he likes it. To the thin side, away from the 8. I guess even when you do know you have it and you play as good as him, you're still prone to that same mistake I make. Scared to go by too thin. It's a nice shot from Graham. Control to get straight on the 8 ball back over here. He's not quite straight. He's got just the angle he wants. Be able to pull it back just a little bit and get over to the other side. It should be fairly textbook from there. He even been a little more aggressive than I might be at. He hits him a little better than me. So I understand. Very natural shape here. Need a bobble. Problems. Just roll that 10 straight down. There we go. Be 1-0 there. Trey just went up 1-0 on Josh on the next table over that you can see there. Can't quite see Greg's table. See a little blocker in the way. I do believe they're still on the first rack. And they are.
Cash in here.
A little bit, I think.
Cash in here. Give it right back to you after. I just want to say about the bartender. Thank you, sir.
Very nice save. I was afraid it was going to get off 5-ball into the corner there, but it's pretty nice save. Got him tucked behind the 3. Otherwise, without the 3-ball, he'd have a jump shot. Tucking behind that 3 was definitely a little fortunate end to that. Keep it tough. It's coming out with the jump cue. I'm assuming he's going to have to go to the end rail to get it. He may have the edge of the 1 ball there available, but I don't know that I'd be trying to get that cute with it. I would just jump for the end rail. Look for the kick. I can't tell if the 1 ball's frozen to the side or not. Find out together. Explains why he plays better than me. Absolutely fearless there. Well struck. It's going to be a little touchy to get to that. I think he's still got it. So deceptively narrow window. Get past the 6 and still be inside the 9. So even if he's got it, really got to put some work in to get back to the 5. Might be able to get back off of that 9 ball a little bit. Come off the 9, use that to help instead of having to draw quite so hard. See how it seems a little high, like you might be using 9. Yeah. I think that was the intention, just didn't quite catch as much of it as we wanted. Kane did get a rack up on Ron Frank. That's 1-0. Trey's still 1-0 over Josh. They're working on their second rack. So we're on the TV table with Graham up 1. How do you like the speed on that? That was a nice shot. Jump shot straight down the rail here. Man, he almost drove a nail. It's about as good as you can hit it without drilling it there. Definitely a strong effort. Came up with a pretty good roll. James has got to look at it, but it's not an easy one. Fortune is a bowl, they say. Definitely worked out that time. He went for it on that jump. Hit it nice. James tucked him in behind the 6. I think he meant to get the cue ball behind the 10 too and came up a little short there, but 5 went about a half-inch long. Definitely helped him out. I don't know, maybe he's got the edge of it from there. Yeah, he's got it. Trading them off again. It's one of the things I love about watching these guys play 10 balls. The extra ball and no slop. Yeah, it does creates a little bit tighter of a table than 9 ball. And definitely makes you work a little harder when there's no chance for the luck. You got to be perfect to end up seeing some really nice conservative play and safety battles back and forth. That's great watching these guys that have this amount of touch. He hasn't marked it yet, but I believe Trey just went up 2-0 on Josh Schultz. See if he marks it here. Yeah, he's going for a small. So I believe that's 2-0 Trey over Josh. Greg's still up 1-0 on Ron. And still at 1-0 here on the stream. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me. This makes it much less lonely over here in the booth, just knowing y'all are out there. Greg Kane just goes up 2-0. LeBron Frank there. Trey's up 2-0 on Josh. James just a little above that 7 ball where you want to be, but he should be able to kill it right into place. Spot to get shape on the 9 and come back on the 10. Hit that real nice, good speed, just to bump the 10 out of the way. That's confidence in knowing where your cue's going there. And he's right on the 10. Josh Schultz just missed a kick shot there by about a 16th of an inch. Even with ball in hand, doesn't look like he left him a beautiful shot of any kind. I think we're going to see another safe by the way he's lining up. Try to stick him right to that 4 ball in the top of your screen there. Yeah, and stuck him to it. He almost made the ball. Almost made it. Would not have been happy with that. And Josh going to have to, looks like he's going to spin that a little bit. He made it to it. He's going to get a pretty favorable roll. Got it back out to the center of the short rail and the cue ball back to the other end. You can see it. Doesn't look like he has a pocket unless he just cuts it thin. Betting we're trading another save. He missed his blocker there, getting behind the 10, bumped into the 6 and got it out of the way. It looks like Josh has a 3 ball to the side pocket. Would require probably a little force to get around and get over on the 4 ball, but yeah, he hit it like he meant it. Only caught 1 bobble there, so pretty good from that angle from the side pocket. It's about as good as you can ask for. Ball down, drifted out on the 5. Pull it back up here by the side pocket for the 6 to the corner. 7 sitting where he can work with it. Looks like he's got an open table to work with over there. Just a little bit of concentration on the execution on the 6 ball and then making sure he gets through the window for the 8 ball. Seem to be the only challenges on that table. James coming up for the break here at 1-1 on the stream table. Kane's up 2-0. Trey Frank's still up 2-0. And we're at 1-1 here on the stream with James and Graham. Really well there. Can't tell if he's even got the edge of the ball. I'm sure he does, but from here it always looks blocked. Stream view. From the stream view that you guys are seeing, where at least as well as I can see it, it looks like he may be blocked. He's coming around, pushing. But 2 ball a little bit. Definitely stop the run out there. Make him either go for way wider to try and break him, or just playing himself another safe out. See if he can start trading them back and forth to wait for a slip again. He's going to hand it back. I think I agree with that choice because I don't like any of the safe options on that 2-ball. Statistically, I think that's the right call. John Schultz over on the next table had a pretty steep back cut on the 8 to the side pocket, and it pointed out on him there. He's not happy with that one. Trey rattled it in the corner. I thought he was going to pin it back to the side, but he played it down the rail and rattled it. So Josh is going to get a shot back at it again. Graham just put another nice safe back here. He's got James sewn up pretty well behind that 5 and 2. Goes for it here, just picks it up, but I can't tell how much room he's got to get out from behind that 5 ball there. You know, might just want to leave it and pass it on him. I think he's only on 5. My memory is back and forth. If I'll try and pay attention to 3 matches. Just a little steep to be able to get to it. It's a nice effort, though. That was a very nice save. He played it. So I'm not sure I would have even poked it. Then I might would have just picked it up, but the 2-5 does go. So 2's a little behind the 5, closer to the rail, but it does go. Looks like that's what he's shooting for. I'll drift over just below the 3 there and try to leave it straight. And I would assume play the 2 in the same pocket he's going. Well, same corner he was going to with the 1 ball. He's looking at the carom. He's going to roll up just past the 10 and play the carom. It looks like. Biggest danger there is where did your 2-ball get to? I think it still goes past that 10, but it's risky to flirt with the line there with that 10 ball. Hit it a little bit harder and you block yourself. I feel like he's got room there. He's definitely addressing it like he does. Straight across and back, I guess, for the long 3. Unless he wants to put a lot of inside on it, try to get to the high side of the 3. I would take the safe across and back, the safer way. Yeah. And it just becomes a speed shot. You don't want to be dead straight because you do have to get above that 7 ball for the 4. So overall, I think he likes where he is. I'm pretty sure no matter how good you are, you still stay a little nervy about crossing the side pockets up against the rail like this. So we'll see how he hits it. He's definitely been playing nice. Tell this, he's feeling good. Nice long bridges, focused. So he's feeling good. It rattled on him. Those are so tough when you have to cross the side like that. And I really thought he hit it perfect. I was a little surprised it rattled even with these tighter pockets. I really thought he hit that ball perfect. Those tiny little differences are why we play them all out. You never know. You never know what might happen on this ridiculous world of pool that we all keep coming back to. Greg Kane's up 3-0 now on Ron over there. And Trey, Ron's son, I believe is, if I was told correctly, is up 3-0 on Josh Schultz. So quite an interesting tournament that we're ending up with here. And I feel like everybody here's got a shot at it. Been saying it all day, but I really do like this 700 under. We've got a lot of upper 600 talent in here that are all capable of playing well into the 700s when they're on, and get to see some really, really good matches. Not that we don't miss Mike and BJ and all those guys. Watching us mere mortals and the rest of these guys that are much better than my mere mortal self. Watching these guys battle it out is definitely nice. I was very impressed with the general strength of the field that turned out here. 700 and under. And said there's a lot of people just under that 700 line and made for some good pool to watch and even better to commentate on. Another thanks for Brass Tap taking such good care of us. Rick for putting this event on, even though he's over there playing pool, making me work. He pays me in chicken fingers, so life's pretty good. When you're fat, that's better than money. Change the nugget bit there, and he's going to sneak down here for a little short one, just drift around on the floor. Would like to have been off the rail there, but it looks like the angle will still get him around the 7 ball. Probably under the 7 ball, but looks like he can go either way. As long as he doesn't end up straight behind the 7 ball, he'll be just fine. Yeah, okay. Able to get around it without any side. I'm sitting off to the right of that. I couldn't quite, to the right of your camera view, I couldn't quite tell how much angle he actually had. And Greg Kane just went up 4-0. It's Greg Kane 4-0 over Ron Frank. And Trey Frank is on the 7 ball with a fairly wide open table against Josh Schultz with a 3-0 lead. So wait and see if Josh is able to catch a gear and pull back into the set. Put a little more pressure back on him. I feel like when you let these guys get a lead like that, they're more likely to start kind of free stroking them and get their confidence up. Need to knock a pause on them every now and then. Definitely works against me. It's got a basically spot shot here from just above side pockets, and he drops it home. The 8 ball, banking it back the long way, hit it pretty. Get himself shaped for the 9 in the side, just to the other side of the line to get to the 10. He's going to have to go around the table or just slide it real slow up. He's going around. Maybe he's got room to pull it to the side rail and back. Yeah, okay. I thought he wasn't sure about his angle there. Saw him jack up. I was like, no, he's not going around. He hit that one good. Drive this 10 ball home there and get one on the board that can change the momentum a little bit of the match. So he'll be at 3-1 over there. Trey. And Greg's still at 4-0 with Ron. We've got 2-1 here. Yeah, check that. And then Graham's up 2-1 on James. Together here and remove the magic wrap. Make sure everybody's happy with the placement. Both these guys, I don't know Graham as well, but he seems like a great guy, and James definitely a stand-up kind of player. I don't expect there to be any tussle over little things like that. Something I'm consistently impressed with at all of Greg's tournaments, Kevin and Mike's tournaments. It's just the quality of people we got showing up these days it's wonderful. We have so much fun. We really appreciate you guys watching from home and everybody that comes out. It just makes us just absolute blast to help out. I appreciate all the TDs allowing me to be a part of it. Definitely having a good time. Hope y'all are enjoying it at home. Appreciate everybody joining us. 47 right now. Definitely appreciate it. Let me see if I can move that camera just a little bit. I was trying earlier and having a hard time. I have to kind of lean out into their view with the remote. So as soon as he shoots this one ball, I'm gonna have a shot. I'll give that a try for you. Thanks for pointing that out, Pam. Hope that's a little better, Pam. There, I got it. Well, the other sponsor logo is a little bigger for that bottom right pocket. I'm having a hard time. Can't get it to drop any lower here. See if playing with the zoom helps a little bit. Get it right at the moment without a physical move. Might give that a shot here in a second. Slide it back just a couple inches. I don't know how it got off. There we go. Took a little manual percussive persuasion there to get it to move. Appreciate the tip there, King K. My pleasure, Pam. Glad I was able to straighten that out. Thanks for pointing it out. Let me know if there's anything else that needs tweaking, or especially any constructive advice for my commentary. Always appreciate that too. This is fairly new to me, and I'm really just having a ball doing it. So always accepting advice. Need to know what everybody at home needs to know. I try to think of it like I'm sitting at home watching after I finish, and I watched a lot last night to try to get a better feel for what's needed to keep it interesting from your couch, and always working, trying to make everything a little bit. If I could tweak his game, I'd be something. Still can't manage to tweak my own. Every time I do, I tweak it the wrong direction. There. 7 ball right in a tough spot. Not straight. So it's solid. But not try to play this. Josh Schultz came back a little bit over there. He's now at 2-3. But Trey, he just broke the sixth rack, so it's 3-2 Trey. It's on the hill over Ron. He's at 5-0. So, see if Ron stages a big run and jump and comeback on him here. What I can see through the little gap I have at their table, he's knocking them down right now. There's been quite a few nice comebacks, especially today. Been some three start off at 3 down, come back and win one. Steve Page got by Adam Davis that way, if I remember right. I think Adam pulled a 3 lead right off the bat. Both of those guys play great. That was a very good match to watch. Airborne here for that 6th ball. He hit it good. That 6 keeps rolling. He's really got him hooked too. Doesn't look like he has any in that ball. Like he's maybe he does. He's lining up like he's got a little look. Yeah. From here, it looks like he's completely setting in. From here, everything looks different. He had a lot more of that ball than I expected. Almost locked in completely on 10. 6 is just off the rail. So if you want to try to get aggressive and go at it, you gotta go. But the 10's in the way to try to get back to the 7. I assume we're looking at another safe here. Yeah. Speed just a little long to use the 10 for a block. But again, I don't like the percentages enough here to go for this one. I assume he's probably going to try to return the favor and get the cue ball all the way back up to the other end. Maybe. He's calling it. He's calling it anyway, but he may not be intending to. Hope everybody can hear me well. I'm trying to stay as quiet as I can. I'm about 3 feet away from Graham. I don't want to get in anybody's ear while I'm playing. Not sure if he went for that or if he was just going for a safe and shot it a little long. I'm not sure exactly which one he was intending there. With the cue not on the rail where it's at, he would have had a safe for the 7. But it looks like he's. I don't know. I'm not sure if there is a carom there. The 7 is so far below and close to. I'm sure there is a carom, but there might be. 7's almost stuck to the rail. He may just try to hold it behind the 9 and save it. Going over behind the 8. Didn't quite get there, looking straight on the side. That was a risky one any which way you went with it. Sometimes you just have to take which one feels best to you. Count on your ability to just kind of make whatever happen. Sometimes the best option just doesn't feel right, and sometimes just the game's funny that way. Did get a game on Greg, so Greg's still on the hill, 5-1. I feel like James let that cue ball roll just a little further than he wanted. He's still got angle to work with, but I think he would have liked about 2 inches north of there. A little more natural angle. Not sure the way he plays. I don't know if you go back with this to come around or if you follow it and just take maybe a little bit steeper of a shot. Power through it. Just didn't end up too steep there. He's got a pretty nice shot at it. Trey's fine. I think 10 ball to the side pocket over there for a 4-2 lead over Josh Schultz. Greg Kane's at the table on the hill. Still pretty shallow in the rack. I think he's on a 4 or 5 ball from what I can see. Try to keep an eye on that one too. James drives that 10 ball home, tie it back up at 2 here on the screen table, 2 all. Camera there. So made a ball, but 2 balls sewed him up on the 1, so didn't quite get rewarded like you would expect to. He's going for the jump cue though. 1 ball is almost in the pocket, so I don't blame him. Like his odds. James Blackburn about to break for the rack here, tied at 2. Another absolute crush. Comes up try. And Greg and I were talking about that a little while ago. It's been a surprising amount of dry breaks too on the string table. So we even swapped the balls out just to make sure. And still seems like everybody's having a little trouble today. He also mentioned humidity's up a little bit today. So no telling all the factors we could possibly blame our playing on. Trey ranks up 4-2 on Josh. Greg's seemingly working on the 4 ball still, trying to get out of his hill rack. He's 5-1 over there still. So anyone that didn't catch it, or just for my own sanity to keep repeating it so I can remember where we're all at. James has got a limited look at this 1 ball here on the stream table. Looks like it goes to the side. That's where he's calling it. Looks like it goes. Extends in the room. Not sure how he's going to move it to get back, but hit a little thin. Don't know if that was an instruction issue or concentrating on the shape issue, but he got a nice roll out of it. Can't tell if you can get between the 5 and 10. I think you can, but even if you do, you're just smacking into the 2 balls face on there. So definitely got a nice roll out of that. Not making it easy for him. It was a nice shot at it too, Rail, with a little run in English, but it didn't quite get there. Threaded that needle between the 1 and 5. I saw the English take. I thought he did it perfect. Wasn't quite enough to get it over. Josh Schultz with a nice long jump there, made good contact and only missed the pocket by about a half a ball's width, but still a miss. Got a pretty decent roll out of it. It's got Trey buried behind the 3 and the 10. He's got to look at it between them, but I don't know if he can see the side of it to make it. We're just looking at a safety coming again. Yeah, another safe. A little short. Didn't leave much pocket. Maybe that cross side, but definitely left it tough. So gonna get another safe. Not happy with where he got that one. He wanted the 2 ball a little further in, the cue ball just a little further up. James played a little safe, tucked him up to the 5 ball here. He's got a 1 rail shot at it, but no open look. And he's going to call the 6 here in this side in case he caroms off. Not sure which one I would call, the one in the corner or the 6 in the side, but for me, they're both about as likely. He probably actually knows which side of the one he was aiming at. Slid by on the outside. You can tell he's surprised by how it hopped off that rail. I was a little bit surprised. He had a better look at it. He was definitely surprised. I think he caught a funny little hop there. It looks like our tournament director, the absolute greatest player of all time, has won his match, and as soon as he finishes settling out his opponent there, and sure he'll join us back on the stream. One. Greg finished him out 6-1, so he'll be joining us back here again in just a few minutes. James did get the blockers in the way there, but he didn't get the cue ball behind the 8 where he wanted it, or behind the 6. Leaving him a kick at it, and he's calling the corner. Nicked the 8 ball on the way up. Got big sexy Greg over here holding envelopes full of money in my face and expecting me not to snatch them. I don't know what he's thinking, but Greg distracted me there for a minute. I believe he got out. I believe James got out of that on a 3 foul. Don't quote me. Josh Schultz got a 5 to the side ball here. A little drift for the 7. A little short. Not happy with that again. He can go 2 rails and come short, or he can go 1 rail and come back up. He can draw back to it. Either way, he's not happy. He had to put work in. He shouldn't have had to there. Came up a couple inches short. 6 inches long would have been better than 2 inches short. One of those wrong side of the line shots can be so frustrating. Didn't leave enough angle to really get off the rail, so he's got to shoot the 10 ball from the rail, which is not a problem. Any of these guys in practice situation, but just a little bit of pressure, it changes things. And even those straight ones like that start to rattle occasionally. He went ahead and just drove it home, put a little pace on it, just drove it in. Sometimes that just feels better. Helps your mindset to keep going forward in the set. So got James Blackburn leading 3-2. Trey Franks up. Is he up 4-3 or did that just tie? I think that just tied it at 4. I'm waiting to see if he scores it or if I need to change it for him. I believe Trey's scoring it over there. He's got his phone out. Taking a minute to trickle through the wide area webs here and sync back up on my digital pool feed up here. Maybe it is 4-3. That was what sounded right to me, but I'll let you know if that changes. They don't have it on the wire where I can see it to double check there. My stream table's keeping it on the wires, and I'm just updating it digitally, so that makes it a little bit easier, but I can't tell exactly what's going on with theirs. I know Trey's been updating it, so still hasn't synced over to hear any different, so I'm going to go with it. It's still 4-3 Trey's way over there with Josh. Josh is staying in the set. Trey's not letting up. He's playing safe and pushing. Nice nice complicated one there to decide if you want to pick apart. And James has got to look through the window here at the one ball, but other than banking it, he's got enough of it. I don't know what you're doing. I'm not sure he's got anything to the left of center of that ball. I think maybe I need to hang from the lights to watch the straight vertical view of the table. That way I can call it better. I don't think they'll mind the shadow on the table. Rig me up a Spider-Man rig where I can get up there, and then I can tell you exactly what they can hit. Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate it, buddy. Trying to keep it tolerable to watch here. Doing Greg stuff. He's talking. Get him back over here talking here shortly. James played a pretty good save there, but he left him in the window. He is going for the jump cue. He may have a look at that corner pocket. I believe he can hit it either way. I believe he can hit the ball without the jump cue, but I'm not sure. I just want more of it. Lucky love tap there. Sneak up wide, half ball behind 9 and 10. You got to take that when you're already jumping anyway. He's calling it cross corner. Normally with the intention of shooting a safe two-way, and then just try to keep speed right to leave it behind the 3 and the 4. I would assume maybe you get the cube back at 2 and the 4, unless it's thinner. So like then maybe the 2 in the side, but that would require a lot of spinning. Assuming he's coming back, towards where he's at now. He did miss much. He did, however, come up with the scratch there in that corner. It's just a tough roll when you're hitting something that long and bend. Corner pocket can start to grow on you, and they give him a pretty good shot to put him on 2 fouls here if he stick that cue ball a little bit. He didn't stick it as much as he wanted to. He wanted that to come back to the 4. I don't think he's even got him hooked. He's got him a little bit. He's going back for his jump cue. Looked there for a second like he might have given it to him wide open. Even with the jump cue here, though, you need a nice roll to get to the 2 ball. If he's only got to get over a little bit of that 3, he might be able to keep it pretty flat and play off the rail back over towards his side pocket, just with pure momentum and end up on the 2 to the corner. Looks like Josh Schultz is about to bank an 8 ball to have a pretty simple 8 or 9 and 10 ball out. Well, he cut it in and came around. Get around as far as he wanted, but I think he's still okay. James hit that one great. Rolled just a little too far for him to get it back in this side pocket and lined up with the 5. So Didn't get the most favorable roll, but he definitely pocketed it well. Got as good as you can do with that. I guess he's calling 5. Must be pretty dead. Josh Schultz has got a straight 10 ball over there that I believe ties up their set. And he drives it home. Let's see if that ties them up. Yeah, that'll bring Josh and Trey to 4-4. Nice little back cut. James there. Good control coming around the table. Got him his 3 ball right where he wanted. I guess maybe he's calling the 4. Couldn't tell. He pointed at something there. Maybe that 3 doesn't go by and he's calling the 4. I couldn't tell. Definitely looking at his 9 to see how he makes that. He may have been pointing at that. I misread what he meant. See how he shoots this one. Just can't tell from over here. Here it comes. Yeah, okay, it was the 4 ball. I thought that was what he was calling originally there, and then saw him go over and look at the 9. Wasn't sure if I was seeing him point a spot for later or if he was looking at that as a carry on or what. Definitely didn't get a favorable rollout. But
shot.
yeah, this has been a safety trading battle over.
Yeah, I believe it.
Both these guys have been respecting each other's game, playing nice and conservative, and just waiting for that one little slip.
How's the break been?
It's still coming up dry a little bit.
Yeah.
It's, there's been some balls made, but there's also been a couple of dry ones.
Are they breaking from the center of the table?
Yes, for the most part.
And their hand wrap.
No, I believe he's been using the magic. It's laying over there on the end of the table.
It's surprising that they're sticking with it when it's not working. By the way, right before I jumped on the stream, I opened my phone to my wife, just updating me on the nicknames that you're giving me over there.
Those are professional titles, not nicknames. Those are absolute certified professional titles.
I said it's just factual.
These are all things given to me by the International Naming Standards Association. This is my own work.
Bring a lot to this broadcast.
Bring something. It's a lot of something.
So what's the score in this? 3-2 who?
3-2 James, I believe. Gotcha. Let me double check and make sure I remember right. Yeah, that's right. I have to refocus my eyes every time I look over at the laptop. Don't ever get old.
I think I'm just so we're gonna hold off on putting me out until after this match resolves, and then it's just feature table all the way through, right? I think that's it.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe we're down to that.
Man, a lot of good pool this weekend.
It really has been. Some great matches to watch over here. Lots of good battles. I was saying, I've said it 2 or 3 times, I think, since yesterday now, I've really enjoyed the 700 under. As much as we love BJ and Mike and them, it's kind of nice to take those guys out of the equation and watch everybody that's just a quarter step off of them. These 6 somethings that play like 7 somethings, half the time. It's been nice to watch them fight it out. It's been a lot of really good matches.
I totally agree. And again, to your point, not to take anything away from those guys because they absolutely earned it. And stronger most of the field. Well, I mean, they're stronger. They're pros.
When they're on, they're
pros.
They just don't miss.
So, but yeah, like putting guys to the test that aren't usually in it when they're playing guys like Mike. I think it's cool just to see kind of what everyone, except me, I'm not much.
See how it shakes out. Oh, you're still doing all right. You're on the winner's side, aren't you?
No, I'm on the loser's side. I lost to James, but I will say that I did. Well, that's right. 800 speed set just for on. I played pretty good.
I noticed the score was creeping up quick over there. So
Yeah,
I
it
couldn't
was.
see much of the action.
I actually did not miss. I might have missed one ball. It's the first time I played a good set in a long time.
Why'd you miss that ball? Do that.
This is not. These are not goatly things.
I keep telling you, don't miss that ball. Just make the damn ball, Greg. I don't know why you don't just listen to me.
Speaking
you
of,
would play so good if you listen to me.
can I just have you with me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll just say, look, make this ball. You don't make the ball, I hit the chin with my little fish bat. Next time you'll make the ball.
Still haven't seen the fish bat.
Oh, it's in the car. It's always in the car.
I know.
You never know when you might have to kill a fish.
Came up a little short there.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he was going to play it to shoot the 9 on the side because that felt like easier position.
It definitely felt like easier shape. I'm not sure that 9 quite goes to the side.
Yeah.
He looked at it like 3 times, and if it does go, it's really, really tight by the way he looked at it.
Okay.
So, I don't know. To me, the natural would have been for the side pocket, too.
Yeah.
And this ball goes.
Yeah.
It's just when it's sitting on a ball, it starts to mess with your eyes and your brain.
And you got to worry about the side pocket and you're on the rail. There's some.
I'm more afraid of that corner pocket cross over there, I think, than I am on that side. But
Yeah, he should get to like the first diamond and be okay. Oh, you called it. Great call.
it looked a little frightening.
Yeah.
I only know that because I've scratched that way at least 754,763 times. I wasn't the first one, but I was the best one. I most consistently scratched that way. I own about 6 copyrights to scratches. In fact, I should probably go collect now before he forgets he owes me for using that one. Got to make a living somehow. Fat boy needs cheeseburgers, you know what I mean? Josh is up 5-4 over there.
He was down 4-2.
He was. I think he was down 4-1 at one point. I know it was 3-1 at one point. I can't remember if it got to 4-1 before he got that second one. But yeah,
Fred plays pretty good too.
He did. He does.
I'm not surprised that Josh is rolling though. When he gets going, he's tough.
Yeah, he really is.
Good player.
I say that out of truth and out of the just the last.
Yeah.
Because I've drawn him first time 2 out of my last 3 tournaments. My first match
bloodied.
at him. Oh God, bloodied hell. Bloodied would be nice. I end up needing staples. Stitches won't even do it. You know, he's bloodletting me the last couple of. He beat me 7-1 in Clemens not long ago. And I swear that one was just pure pity. He was like, all right, I'm gonna leave this guy something he can get out of.
It's Fargo maintenance.
Right. I feel like if it was maintenance, he would have went ahead and gave me like 3.
Yeah.
I think he just gave me 1 to keep me from like walking outside and stuffing my head up a diesel truck's exhaust. And you guys roll some coal for me here. It's over. I'm done. That's all I want. I was not expecting that one.
Yeah. Anytime you play it with a little inside like that,
It's sketchy.
It's one of the first things that my coach at Todd Fleetman ever yelled at me for. Stop playing everything with inside.
That was the first thing he yelled at you for?
No. That was like.
Okay. Okay.
He's still yelling.
Good. I was just making sure. I was going to call him.
I will say I am. I haven't seen Trey break, but if Josh gets through, the 3 guys remaining break 10 ball so well, and then you watch me break 10 ball.
Yeah.
A concerning disadvantage.
I have a beautiful 9-ball break, and I can't make a ball on a 10-ball rack. So I keep moving around, trying to find my spot, trying to find my hit, and I cannot get happy with a 10-ball rack.
Yep. So I've been breaking like I break 9-ball and just going maximum power, and I've actually been getting some good results with that. If the balls are racking up, they're flying around the table pretty good. But there's something about just watching a nice 10-ball break that just makes you want it.
It just makes me, again, want to go find a truck for some exhaust and just, I'm done. I've had it. I don't know how they do this. Sorcery.
I can't do it.
I tend to just go out to the wing and start slamming the 10-ball like I break 9-ball when I'm having trouble, but I know my odds are better from closer to the center.
Yeah, you have to be a little precise with that break, like, because that's the one I'm hitting, but like you just have to be good on the 1 ball because otherwise you're not going to get it to go on the side as much as you'd like.
I feel like I had like one day where I was working on 10-ball and feel like I had one day where I was making a ball, 3 out of 5 times, and
Don't you wish you could just bottle that?
I actually wish I could bottle some of their breaks. Slam a 6-pack of that before every tournament. But no, so even if I could bottle mine, yeah, it'd be better than the tap water I'm usually serving. So
Water break. How are we doing in the chat? Do we have any live customers?
we have had Doomq says the fish died. We've got Doomq. Rodney just dropped in. Pam was giving me some pointers how to get the camera a little better earlier. She mentioned that we had our sponsor logos were just over the corners. I couldn't zoom it back anymore, so we physically moved it a little bit.
Okay.
And
And
Joe
tech
did
support.
commend you, of course, on your effort to swap the balls out. He suggested maybe if you just washed them a little more often, that would be better. But
I have been told that.
funny that it's coming from Joe. I don't know. I'm not sure how
I've been told that
personal
by
his
Joe.
knowledge is, but
I think Joe's doing pretty good Calcutta wise here, right? I think he's got.
I think Joe's pretty much always doing pretty good Calcutta wise. Yeah, he's usually picks them pretty sharp. As long as he doesn't forget my cut, we're good.
Yeah, he's got James.
Hey, Tim. Tim Spees just dropped in on us. Good to see you there, brother.
What's up? Wow, I got Banu for $20. A great buy. I know he didn't have a good tournament. But
Yeah, it's still a good buy. It's 600 that
take
plays
that all
above
day.
that. Yeah. Plays above that quite frequently.
Yeah. Before we get back into the pool, just one more thing. Ron Frank and I have been doing a little bit of a dance trying to get a game together, but we've never really hung out. And man, what a gentleman he is.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a great dude.
That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, would love to add him to the tour. Really good player too.
I was just commenting on the quality of players we've had turn out for yours and for Ketten and Mike's. It's just been class acts all the way around.
Yeah, exactly, man. These guys come out of war.
A lot of really decent folks in the pool world these days.
Yeah.
For those of you who may be new, it has not always been that way. I don't know if you could imagine, but at one point in time, that was something that was not exactly.
There were at least a few CD individuals.
And Doomq agrees with you. Ron is an awesome dude.
Yeah, he's the man.
He's definitely got a nice demeanor about him. I hadn't had a chance to talk to him much this weekend, but just watching him move, watching the bad sets or when he's in between, he just definitely seems like a pretty chill.
Yeah,
nice
he's an always smiling kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. I like those people.
We love those people. So it looks like Josh took down Trey.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So
double check, see what that score ended up being.
I officially have the worst break left in the tournament, which has been the case since the tournament started.
Yeah, so I didn't play, folks. That's the disclaimer on that one. I did not play this week, and yeah, Josh took Trey down 6-4.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe five in a row.
Yeah. That's it. I am hard pressed to discount Josh ever because I've been the up close recipient of his stroke beatings here lately, and yeah, that guy will creep right on out on you at any given moment.
Yeah,
he plays great bar box pool.
Yeah, he does. Well, he sees the angles really well because like you watch him play here, and like he spears a lot of balls in. He just hits it with pure confidence, and so it's not surprising that really translates on a bar box because he can ease up a little bit and just pocket at will. But I like he plays at a higher speed, just like velocity wise than most players, I think.
Yeah,
but they go in.
They do. He'll rattle one here and there, but we all do that. And
I'm gonna need him to rattle more than one.
Yeah, the one he rattled with me every time didn't help. It didn't help. He's been playing good. He's been playing good. He took a little while off, and he's come back, started working on it, and he's. I don't think he took too much time off, just a little break. Might have been around the time he had one of his kids, or I'm not sure.
They'll do that.
I know he said he slowed up for a minute, and when he started playing again, he decided to focus, and man, it's showing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He's cashed every tournament I've been at with him for the last good while.
Yeah, he knocked me to the loser side, Hill in Clemens, and it was he played pretty strong. It was a good set.
Mm-hmm.
He made a really gnarly combo to knock me down.
He's not afraid of much.
He'll
go ahead and be a little aggressive, which I like, and I understand a lot of the time statistically you're just supposed to play the safe and hope for something better, but you got to love the guys when they just go for it and
100%
knock it down and walk away and just keep it moving. You got to love that. There's nothing better than that feeling.
I totally agree. That's my kind of player. Shout out to Abby Liz, Castle Billiards. What a shot!
Nice shot.
Really nice.
Good job with the cue ball.
Yep. That was exactly one of those shots that you were just talking about. Because at the pace that he played it, I think if he missed, the 6 ball is going to fly out a little bit.
As long as it don't bobble, yeah. You can keep it from rattling. It was definitely going to get back out of the pocket. I feel like that was the right shot.
Yeah, I agree.
If you have that shot, and he clearly does, but if you have that one in your bag, I think it was right to take it at that point.
Do we know if Graham has a one pocket background or?
I do not know, but he moves a little that way, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's why I asked the question.
He does tend to move that way a little bit. And this will be to tie it up at 3 here.
I want this to go.
This will be to go
4-3.
4-3. I'm sorry. Yeah. I missed scoring one. Let me get that corrected on the digital pool side for you guys at home. I apologize.
Do you think this is a 10-ball first or a father-son combo to finish 5th, 6th in the tournament?
Oh, I'd say it's a good chance. Maybe Cam and TJ is a possibility, but I don't know though. I don't know. And 10-ball, I don't know. But the 10-ball qualifier on it, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And they live down there in Barboxville, so definitely less 10-ball down there. So,
do we like the 10-ball flair? I feel like the people respond really positively to it. I think people like it.
I enjoy watching it more than I enjoy playing it
because of the break.
The break is a big part of it, and growing up a 9-ball player, it's not that I'm dependent on the luck, but there's something about the psychology of knowing that you don't have it.
Yeah.
And having to go 10-ball last, which does occasionally come into play.
Yep.
Where I would be able to get out of something early.
Mm-hmm.
Although honestly, my combinations are so bad. Unless I got a nice little carom or something sitting in the pocket, I usually try to get out anyway.
Well, so that's what I try to tell people when they make that argument to me. I'm like, honestly, if you really think about that, like, I think the better player benefits from combos more than the worst player, because if they come up the same amount of times, the better player's making it more.
Oh, absolutely.
Combos are a tough part of the game.
They are.
So to me,
I would much rather try to shoot a 4-ball out.
Yeah.
Than shoot a even mildly difficult combo. Yeah. Anything that's not sitting in the pocket. Yeah. If it's not 90% above, I don't even look at the combination.
Yeah.
I'd rather carom a ball. I feel like I know where the cue ball's going better than I know, and that's weird because I can hit the center of the pocket with the object ball, but I can't hit the center of the object ball with it. The second object ball. Can't do that. I don't know what. Never been one of my stronger shots, even when I played better than I do now. Obviously had more confidence then than I do now with them, but not by a lot. I still always favored the run out.
Phone charger? I do not have one. You an iPhone guy?
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
All right, so you're stuck with me while we find a phone charger for Josh. A little bit of a surprising miss there from James. I think he rushed that just a little bit. I was surprised at the pace he shot it with. But underhit just a little bit. Yeah. tell if he has an edge of this or not from here. Yeah, he had the whole thing. Okay. You make both? Is that all right? The 7's there. He's going to fire this in. It's not where he'd choose to live, but I've been watching him play all weekend, and he is someone who can stroke these balls very effectively from this distance with some pretty strong accuracy. Oh, but he's not going to get away with it. No. Billy's probably all his stuff is just everywhere. Yeah, I thought the ball needed a little bit more work than he gave it just because of where that 10 ball lays. I thought he was going to give it a little bit more of a punch. He's going 2 rails at this 8 ball. Going to rearrange the furniture. This is going to be a rack for James. He'll get roll forward here probably, or he'll just stun it and take a little bit more distance. Problem. Yeah. 4-4. Back and forth we go. Yeah, of course. Oh, you okay? That's all right. The pictures here. Thanks, guys. Thank you for coming out. Be good. Yeah, be safe. Sorry about that. Taking care of some admin. So we are down to the final 4 here, and $300 hot seat bonus is up for grabs here. 3 racks to get it. And Graham appears to be in pretty good shape to get rack number 5 for himself. He came up a little high here on the 6 ball, so it's doable. I can't tell if he's going to want to go around the table or not, just because of how thin this is, or if he's even just going to play safe. Yeah. Ooh. Rub the 7. Rushed it just a little bit. And these matches can bring out a little bit of accelerated pace sometimes. Not feeling totally comfortable with something and just letting it fly. I think you'd want to have that one back. I do think it was the right decision, probably, because if he was going to shoot that 6, he really was going to have to probably try to send the cue ball 4 rails even in between the big 10-9 gap to shoot the 7 in the opposite corner. So that was not going to be easy. This is one of those angles that's tough to tell from where we're sitting, but I feel like James can probably just roll this forward and make it in the side and be able to shoot the 7. But if that angle is even just a little bit too steep, that 8 ball is going to get in the way real quick. So he's not on the rail if he wants to work the center or bottom half of the cue ball and shoot the 6 all the way up the table either. That's an option. That's what he's looking at right now. Probably the better option, honestly. Just put a more confident stroke on it and always know you're going to get good on the 7 to some extent. They hit it. All right, a little bit of a fortunate bump. We're playing safe now. This is probably just a split to try to use the 9 as a blocker. This pick feels a little aggressive to me. See if he's going to play the undercut here. Yeah, I think he pivoted away from that. He's going to play the shot that I suggested. Overran it a little. Didn't leave an aggressive shot. This angle's a little funny for playing safe. Wonder if Graham's going to try to get the 7 back by where he's sitting right now, if he's going to use the cue ball in that fashion. Yeah, that was tough. Yep. Pretty good location for James to end up there. Graham's options were limited. That was a touchy one. James plays this with a little bit of inside spin just to hold the cue ball to shoot the 8. Yeah, I don't think he likes to play those types of shots that much. I haven't seen too much of James's game, but he likes to play a pretty clean cue ball, which of course overall is the better way to play. I'm not spinning. I'm not winning. Even then, I'm not winning. Oh, he's going to yank this to the rail and back out to the center-ish of the table, or is he going to go? Okay, he's reaching, so he's going to go 2 rails. Yep, that's smart. This looks like rack for James. Graham picks up ball in hand here. Sorry for the dead air for a second there. Dealing with some stuff over here. An ideal start to ball in hand. He's going to be fine, but back in line. I like this too. You can roll it, but you can also definitely just stun right into the line that you want to use to shoot the 6. It's okay, but a little more angle would have been better. It's going to be just fine though. I think these pockets played a little bit tougher yesterday than they are today, where you can give this a good punch and get it there with it. And as I say that, yeah. So that's what I was saying about that 5 ball is I think if he just played a stun shot, he gets to choose the cue ball path directly to the 6. So he's always going to have the angle he wants. It might be a little bit more distance, but I think his angle would have been okay. As it stood, he had to force that a little. So see if James goes under or over here. He goes over. That's why I said that too, because I think if he went under, he always makes the 7, but using that right spin to pull the cue ball back just made the pocket a little bit more dicey. Short railing out. Gonna be quite good. Good shooting. Bringing it back to 5-5. Good out. Wonder if James considered going under the 10 there at all and shooting 7 up table, just because the 8 laid so easy. He was a little quick with it, but it's okay to be quick with it if you're playing the hot seat match and shooting well. So I'm not going to judge. It's not like I made a ball when I played him. Large smash. Everything in the open. 1 ball. Not easy. I think controlling the cue ball is harder than pocketing the 1 ball here. Interesting to see what he decides to do. If the 2 passes the 7 to the bottom left, he might choose to try to go between the 2-7, just because that's kind of already the natural path of the cue ball, or he might play safe. That was a fortunate bump, but you take it. Sometimes good things happen when you just decide to make a tough shot. So, nothing wrong with that. Well, now everything is really pretty out in the open. I think the 8 goes by the 10. So this is just about doing your job. Just going to cinch this back a little bit to center table. 4 and the 6 in the same pocket, and then he really just needs to decide. I mean, the 10 might obstruct that pocket a little bit for the 8, but I think he can also just definitely leave himself angle on the 7 to play it another way. So should definitely be getting down to the 8 ball here at a minimum. I think he doesn't want here is dead straight, but even dead straight's not a problem. Power draw underutilized in this match. Just throw that out there. That'd have actually been a good time for it. This was a little trickier than it needed to be. Still think the 8's fine. Gotta get the 7 down, but the cue ball needs to be tidy here. He needs to strike this ball well. Yeah. Good on him to give it just another couple of seconds. This is a big shot. Good shot. Hit it real nice. The cue ball just came off the 7, basically dead already. That's exactly how I needed to play that. Didn't want it to run to the middle of the table at all. Fires the 8 in. Did he get on the right side of the 9 here? No, he didn't, but it's close enough. It's going to go forward with a bunch of inside spin and be fine. Good enough. Those shots are a little deceiving. The punchier you get with it, thinking that you need velocity, the more it straightens out on you. You really got to be smooth through that ball to get it all the way out. Gets the 10 down, and he is first to the hill, 6.5 gram. 1 rack away from the coveted $300 hot seat bonus. So after this match, I'm going to be up against Josh. Then whoever wins that match will go on to play the loser of this, and then we'll have our finals race to 9. So a couple of races to 6 coming up after this, and then 1 race to 9 to conclude what has been a really fun event with a lot of good pool and a lot of good people. Shout out again to Brass Tap Billiards for hosting us, throwing in the money they throw in, and all the awesome bartenders just taking care of us. And shout out to all our sponsors for making the prize fund that we have possible. Looks like a dry break here. Yeah. Dry break, so James back to the table. That's exactly what he was hoping for. So just a little punch under the side here and then get back out. Yeah, he navigated that really well. It was a little tougher than it looked. A lot of things could go wrong there. So he looked at the 4, and I think the 4 goes into the side. I don't think it's on the rail in a bad way, but tough to tell. And really getting to the 3 is I guess he's probably got to play the 3 in the bottom right. So I think because he's using the extension, it's probably easy for him to go forward 2 rails with some inside rather than try and jab at the bottom of the ball. He decided to play it in the side. Oh, man. Wow. I don't even know if he was going for the side or if he was trying to play the 3 all the way back in the same pocket he shot the 2. So the 4 is a problem. So it's going to be temporary only. I mean, you almost have to shoot the 3 off the 4 if it's that bad. If it's just on the point, tricky little shot maybe not a lot of people know about is if it's married to the point but only has a little piece of the point, you can shoot it right through the point, maximum velocity, and it'll just go through that piece of rubber and go into the pocket. Oh man. Smart shot there. He did really well with that. Very nice. Thank you for that, Doomq. Those are the payouts. I posted them to Facebook. Digital Pool was doing some wonky stuff with the payouts it thinks we have because the buy-ins were. I tried to manipulate them by field, but Digital Pool was not having it. So everything came out weird. So the prizes you see on Digital Pool are incorrect. The prizes I posted on Facebook and the ones shared here in this chat are correct. Shot there. Probably going to want to go back and forth 2 rails here and shoot the 6 kind of from where the 5 ball is. Decide to shoot it from here. Okay. That works too. I think I would have liked to go around the table a little bit with that, but this is going to be fun. So it's going to be fun. Come with one here. Come with one shot, and this thing is unlocked, and he will win the hot seat. I do think that was a little bit of product of the approach on the 5 ball. I think if you went back and forth 2 rails, the natural shot on the 6 would have been to play right spin and go 2 rails around and shoot that 7 in the top right that way. And I think he was just guaranteed a better look at the 7 ball that way. Got some negotiating in the background if you can hear that. It's a tough spot here for James. I think the 9 ball's big. And also there's just enough angle where like cue ball is going to be flying a little bit. I don't know if he wants to try to play this one with inside to kill it, but everything looks suboptimal. And you never want to be shooting the 8 ball past the side pocket. So this is precarious. Yeah, that was a tough spot. I think he was so concerned with the cue ball. The pocketing was tough too. Everything about that shot was tough. See what Brown can do with this. I don't know. It looks like it might be just straight 2 rails out. 3 rails, hit it great. He's got a really strong power stroke. That was his natural state. Almost one more shot here. Down, nice shot. A little bit of a stretch here, but it'd be okay. Yeah, not even that bad. Right past the side pocket here. Got it down. Dead straight on the 10 ball. Really nicely done. And our first finalist, Swenson. Really nice win. Good shooting. Said see you in the final.